Welcome back to Life Full of Zest. Today we continue with our weekly challenge of building a good Pilates habit. As we have previously done, we've started with our week 1 and 2. This week is our week 3. I hope that you have been practicing. If you haven't already looked at the other 2 videos, I would recommend that you refer back to week 1 and 2 before you progress onto this one. The point of these exercises and this series of videos is to allow you to build good strength and stability, getting into some good postural movements while developing that Pilates habit. So starting with square one and building right up into an advanced type of Pilates habit. So I hope you are enjoying this journey with me. Wafdi really has been enjoying it too. He's been practicing a lot and we are finally on to our week 3 and we are progressing our exercises from last week. Let's get straight into it, starting with that spine stretch. It's always so important to get in that mobility and flexibility before we can get that correct activation. So let's begin seated at the end of our mat, extending those legs in front of us, hips and ankles all aligned, lengthening that spine, stacking that vertebra, drawing those gaps down your back. Let's inhale and exhale. Extending arms out in front of us. We're inhaling and exhaling. And we're going to tuck that chin in on that inhale. And on that exhale, rolling head, neck and chest all the way down, pointing those toes up towards the ceiling, pushing those knees into the ground, reaching as far as you can. Inhaling, rolling back up, stacking that vertebra. We're going to do 5 of these and I want you to try and get further as we continue. This is 2. Challenge yourself, go a little bit further than you did in our first rep. Inhale, back up and stacking. And exhale down. And reach, try and get that body to stretch. If you do struggle with maintaining straight knees, you can bend those knees slightly. The point of this one is just to get that entire body to stretch out and reach. You want to feel that rounded C curve. You want to feel a stretch going all the way down that back and into those upper parts of your glutes and hamstrings. And last one, all the way down and reaching and slowly coming back up. We're going to turn over onto our sides just to stretch out the side parts of our body. I want your fingers facing away from your body. You're going to interlace your ankles together, stacking that vertebra, sucking in that belly to spine. We're going to inhale and on that exhale, lifting hips off the floor and over to try and reach to the other side, allowing that stretch, inhaling back. If you do struggle to lift your knees off the floor, you can do it maintaining those knees, keeping those knees on the floor by just lifting those hips and reaching like that. And we're going to do 5 of these on each side. So up to you, whatever you feel comfortable with. If you'd rather do it with your knees in, if you feel that you can keep a better posture and stability, but you want to just allow that side of the body to stretch out. And keep going. We've got 1 more. And we're going to hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly down. Let's turn over to do that same thing. Interlacing those ankles. Ankles, hips and shoulders all aligned. Getting that core activation. And inhale. Exhale over. Inhale back. Again, if you feel more comfortable, you can just tuck those knees in and just lift those hips off the ground. And that's 3. Keep going. We've got 2 more and we're holding for the 5th one. For 5 seconds on that 5th one. And 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And slowly down. Getting back into a seated position. On the center of your mat, I want you to lengthen that spine, Feet are comfortably on the floor, knees are bent, and you are slowly going to roll yourself down towards the floor, getting into a supine position or a lying down position. Getting yourself comfortable, feet a foot and a half away from your glutes and a fist width away from each other. We're sucking in that pelvic floor. Please make sure that you are not bracing when doing these exercises. You want to lengthen that spine and you're sucking that belly towards your spine while you're doing these exercises. What Wafty tends to do when he's trying to do them is he braces and the tummy bulges out. You don't want that. You want to lengthen and suck in, but you're still maintaining that good posture and activation. Let's inhale, and on that exhale, lift right leg into tabletop. Inhale, exhale, left leg into tabletop. We're going to start with single leg toe taps. Inhaling and interlacing our hands behind our head to lift head, neck, and chest off the ground. Inhale, exhale, right leg toe tap and left leg. That's 2 and 3. We're doing previous exercises from the other weeks just to warm up before we progress. And last one on each side. Keeping those legs in tabletop, we're slowly going to rotate left elbow towards right knee. Inhale, center, making sure that you're maintaining that 90-degree angle between your hips and your knees. And you are keeping that belly in control and towards your spine. Inhale, center, exhale, left. Let's do one more on each side. And back, slowly rolling back down and hugging knees to chest. We're going to lift those legs back up into tabletop. We're going to extend arms overhead. We're inhaling, and on that exhale, lifting arms, head, neck, and chest towards ceiling, then bringing arms to side, and inhale back down. That's 1. We're doing 6 of these, making sure that you are keeping that angle of those hips and knees, keeping that neutral pelvic positioning and spine. We've got 2 more, making sure that your core is doing all the work. And we're staying up in the air on this one, placing both hands on your right knee, extending that left into single leg stretching. And exhale, rotate. Inhale, rotate. That's 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Keep going. 9 and 10. Bringing those knees all the way down, head, neck, and chest onto the floor, hugging those knees towards your chest. Inhale and exhale. Well done, everyone. I hope you are feeling that activation. You shouldn't be feeling any pain anywhere, just a nice deep burn going into that front part of your abdominal muscles. Let's bring our feet back onto the floor. We are going to lift those hips up towards the ceiling into a pelvic curl. Remember to rotate that pelvis using your core to peel that pelvis off the floor, then lifting one vertebra at a time to get those hips up towards the ceiling. We've still got that tilt of that pelvis, digging those heels into the ground. We're bringing arms up towards the ceiling. We're going to lift our right leg into tabletop while that left leg maintains that stability. We're inhaling, and on that exhale, lowering our arms and legs down towards the floor and back up, and that's 1. Keeping that core activated. 2. Exhale down, inhale up. 3. Keep going. 4 and 5 and 6. We're doing 8 of these, and 7 and 8. And keeping where you are, you're going to do 6 Little hip drops, keeping that leg in that 90-degree. Inhale, exhale, lowering that hip down, then lifting back up. And as we're doing that, we are bringing our arms into a T position, making sure that you are maintaining that alignment of those hips while you are lifting and lowering. Really important to maintain that control. You want to feel a deep burn into those glute max muscles, and let's do 2 more. You're still articulating through that spine and slowly dropping that leg down, lifting that other leg. Inhale, exhale, lower, arms and legs all the way down. And when you bring those arms down to the floor, you want to make sure that you're getting a nice scap activation or shoulder blade activation, those muscles between those shoulder blades. So you're squeezing your scaps together. That's 3. Exhale down, making sure you're going nice and slowly to control and feel that activation. You want to be in control of your body. You don't want momentum or gravity to take over. And let's do 3 more. That's 1 and 2. Keep going. And 3 and up. Keeping that leg in tabletop. Inhale, exhale, bringing arms to T and dropping those hips. That's 1 and 2. Keep going. And 3 and 4 and 5. Last one. Keep going. You should be getting a deep burn into those muscles. Dropping that left leg down. Bringing arms to side. Lifting those hips. Just slowly roll yourself back down to the floor. We're going to lift our legs back up into tabletop. Right leg up, left leg up. We're going to extend both legs, lifting head, neck, and chest off the floor, interlacing our hands behind our right leg. So generally, men have a lot more trouble with their flexibility. So if you do struggle with that hamstring flexibility, you don't have to straighten your legs as high. You can just keep them there. I want those toes pointed, and we're slowly going to pull our knee towards our chest while we lower that other leg for 2 pulses and rotate 2 pulses. You want to feel a nice hamstring stretch into the back of your legs while you're maintaining activation of your core to keep those scaps and head off the ground. So we're just getting that flexibility into that posterior or back part of your body, and bringing those knees back in, rolling head, neck, and chest back to the floor. Keeping our legs in tabletop, we are slowly going to double leg toe tap and lift our hips off the ground, bringing our knees overhead and slowly back. So this exercise is going to be progressed in the next weeks to come. We're just getting you strong enough and confident enough to do these various movements. So just make sure that while you're doing this, you're not using momentum to push yourself up into the air. You're really working those lower abdominals to lift up and slowly back down. You should get a deep burn all the way down that tummy and all the way up and down. And let's do 3 more. And 1 and 2 and 3 and slowly down. Inhale, exhale, lifting hips up towards the ceiling and extending that right leg, aligning those knees, and you're going to hold for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that right leg, lifting that left leg, aligning those knees and holding for 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Dropping that leg back to the floor, lifting those hips, and slowly rolling yourself back into a supine position. Let's lift ourselves back up. You can keep your legs bent if you struggle to lift up, or you can straighten them, pointing those toes, arms in front of you, slowly rolling up into a seated position and finishing off with another spine stretch, reaching forward and allowing that body to stretch out. Inhale and exhale, and inhale and exhale, slowly coming back up. Thank you for completing that sequence with me. I normally encourage Wakti and whoever is doing this challenge to do it 2 more times. After that, you'll do that sequence 3 times, and on a daily basis, if you do get tired or stiff during your week, then you can take a rest day. And as we go, we progress those exercises. So stay tuned for week 4, where we get into more exciting and advanced movements. Keep it up, everyone. And if you like that video, hit that like button, and I look forward to seeing you in the next video.